Hello, my Kidstown friends. Welcome to Science at Home with Auntie Sandy. I'm so glad to have you here. I have with me a Kidstown kid. Oh, you're not a kid. Who are you? You're not a Kidstown kid. Your name?
My name is Auntie Sandy, and I'm a visiting scientist here. So yeah, I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to share with you guys this experiment.
Great. Wow, I'm excited to have Ozian. He's from Burundi in Central Africa. You can look that up on a map, and he's here going to university. So our experiment today is, are you dense? We all are.
Oh yeah.
We're going to talk about density. So everything around us has different properties. Like, is something like this countertop is a solid, and these things here are liquids and things, and is something hot or cold? Does it smell? And one of those properties is density. It's actually more fun to show density than to talk about it.
Yeah.
So for our first experiment, we're going to use these ingredients here. Okay, why don't you walk us through? What have we got here?
So we've got honey, and we've got also colored water. We have cooking oil as well as dishwasher soap.
So we're going to pour all these into this glass here. What do you think is going to happen? Ozian, why don't you start with the honey? Oh yeah, look at that. All right. Now, but you can put the dishwashing soap in there.
Okay.
Right? That's gorgeous. All right, my turn. I'm going to put in some water, my nice colored water. I'll do this very gentle, kind of even on the side. There we go. All right. And finally,
cool.
The oil.
That's
I'm going to go very gently. Wow. All right, so wow, look at that. Wow, that is amazing. So we've got 4 different liquids of 4 different densities. And they don't mix because this one's the heaviest, the honey is the heaviest, then the other 3. Great job, Ozian.
Oh,
that was a great experiment. Do you have time for one more?
Sure. Yeah.
For our next experiment, we're just going to use water. This is just water. So I have 2 glasses of water here that I've already put food coloring in each of them. This is both 2 glasses of cold water. All right, so I'm just going to put this one here, and I just put the different colors. Other than that, they're the same thing. All right. So this is my tricky part. I'm going to flip this upside down.
Here we go.
All right, now I'm going to pull this piece of plastic out and see what happens.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, look at that. What have we got going on here? So we've got green here. The water just mixed itself, and of course, as we know, blue and yellow make green, so this is becoming green now. So both waters will be green.
Keep going.
Okay, so now we have the same thing, but this time I've got cold water. The blue is cold water, and the yellow is hot water. So same thing, it's just a piece of plastic. I flip over and kind of put this right on the top again. And let's see what happens. What do you think is going to happen now as I pull this out here? I'm going to go gently. Whoa. What's going on now? There's a little green in the second, but this is distinctly yellow and this is distinctly blue. They're not mixing. Why not? Before they mixed, it's just water, but cold water is actually more dense than hot water. So the hot water, just like we saw in the tower, the hot water is less dense, and so it stays on the top. It does not mix. Well, there you have it. We've shown density and the difference in density of liquids in a couple of different ways. You can build one of these density towers. Try different kinds of liquids and seeing which ones are denser than others.
Yeah. You can maybe also try like Pepsi or Coca-Cola or just try and
always try. Go beyond what we do here and try more for yourself. Thank you so much. I know you got to get back to university and get
yeah.
even smarter than you are.
Yeah.
So,
thank you so much for having me joining you today.
well, Ozian had to go back to college, but I was able to find another visiting science. Who are you? What's your name and how old are you?
I'm 7 and my name's Everly.
This is Everly. This is my niece. She's an excellent. We've done a lot of science together, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, before we get started, what do you guys think of my new lab coat? Isn't this something? This was made by Linnea and Anna Casino, and they let me borrow it because mine's at the cleaners, my other ones.
And
Oh, this is
what do
my
you think
TikTok
of
queen.
of my new shirt?
Is
Go follow me on TikTok.
She's an influencer. So Ev, what we're gonna do is our third in a series of density experiments, and this is we just have water here. Can you drop an egg in that water?
Yes.
All right, let's see.
I'll drop this one.
Okay, and let's see what happens. Does it float or sink?
Sink.
It sinks? Yeah,
Kinda.
that's definitely sink. All right, so I've just got some more water
Yeah.
here.
It does sink.
Yeah, it sinks.
It
And
definitely
more.
does sink.
Okay, but now this is water, same thing. Can you
Yeah.
maybe stir and dissolve this salt in here? We're just using
Salt?
salt,
Okay.
all of it, and take a minute to stir it.
Oh.
Perfect. What grade are you going into this year?
Second.
Second grade.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so we've got our salt water here. Why don't you try the egg? Another
Okay,
egg in
I'm
the
going to
salt
put
water.
this egg.
Great. What happened?
It floated.
It floats. This egg floats. Over here, the egg is denser than the water, so it sinks. And over here, the water is denser than the egg, so the egg floats. Wow.
That's so cool.
Isn't that cool? It's just water and salt. So there you have it. We have 3 examples of density. So density is important as a property because if you're building something, you want to know, is something going to float in it or sink in it? And like we saw with the density tower, or if you're making a medicine, are the ingredients going to mix or separate? So
Yeah.
there we go. So we'll be back for more science another time. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you guys next time on Science at Home with Auntie Sandy.
Bye.